Hi, my name is Alexis. I'm from Texas, and I have a couple stories for Spooky Talk. So, my first story is back in 2020 when I moved into a house with my sister. It was just my sister and I. We moved into a house together. About, I want to say, like 3 months living in the house with her. My sister would tell me sometimes, like I would take a nap on the couch, and when I wake up, I swear the chairs are moved around, and I just kind of blew it off. I didn't believe her. I was like, whatever, like you're crazy. Well, then more and more stuff started happening. Like we had a really bad leak, and we had asked the landlord to come in and look, and the leak literally wasn't coming from anything. He could not figure it out. Nobody could figure out where the leak was. And then all of a sudden it just randomly stopped. So more and more things just started happening. Like we noticed things were getting out of place. Sometimes we'd wake up and the back door was open. We were both just kind of like, okay, now it's getting weird. So then, after all of that, my boyfriend and I were laying in bed one night. I want to say it was about 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe like 3:15. And we were just talking pitch black, and all of a sudden, I have a fish, so all of a sudden my fish light turns on. And keep in mind, my fish light is, it's not battery operated, it actually plugs into the wall. And at the time it was not plugged in because we never keep our fish light on overnight. So to turn it on, you actually have to press it, and you keep pressing it till you pick whatever color you want. So my fish light randomly turns on, and it's on the first color. So keep in mind, to turn it off, you have to press it 5 more times for the fish light to turn off. And I was like, oh, like I wasn't really thinking too much of it. I was like, okay, that's weird. Maybe like something happened, like with the circuit or whatever. So then I get my phone and I'm like, oh, watch this, telling my boyfriend, like, because we've been experiencing all these like weird things. So I was like, watch this. So I get my phone and I'm like, if there's a ghost in here, turn my fish light off. And all of a sudden, just plain black, it turns off. Like, and keep in mind, you have to press it 5 more times for the fish light to turn off. So it just randomly turns off. So that's whenever I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I couldn't even sleep in that house for like, I want to say maybe 3 weeks. It was freaky. I was like, there's no explanation other than there is a ghost in my room messing with us. And so about, I want to say 3 weeks later of me not sleeping in that house, I did spend the night at my boyfriend's house for 3 weeks. My sister knows somebody who can feel spirits, and she can sometimes communicate with them. We brought her in, and she brought sage, and she brought crystals and all of that. And she just kind of like can feel walls. And when she touches the walls, she can feel what's there, who's there, bad or good. Like she can feel all of that energy. So when she came to our home, she started in my sister's room because my sister felt more than I did. I just had about 2 experiences. She had way more prior to my fish light. So started in my sister's room, and she felt the wall, and we're saging as she's doing this. So she starts off in the bathroom because that's where my sister experienced a lot of stuff. Like she noticed her hairspray was misplaced, and like just random stuff, like little things like that she did notice. So she starts in the bathroom and she's feeling the walls, and she tells us, and she goes, y'all aren't gonna want to hear this, but there's something here and it's not good. It's a really, really high power spirit, and he's not happy, and he doesn't like you guys. And I was like, well, that's rude, but whatever. So then she starts feeling, and she was like, she went into the living room and she said, okay, I can feel he's been in the living room. Okay, she goes to my room, he's been in my room. And then she feels the guest room, which my brother and my niece were living in at that point, and he had never been in that room. So the only room he never went into was our guest room, which was also my niece's, my brother's room, which was really weird that he was in every single part of the house except for that room, is what she said. So moving on to the front room, because we had 2 living rooms. In the front room, she was feeling the walls, and she said, there's somebody else here, but she's good, and she's really sad, and as I'm touching the walls, I can feel her hurt and her sadness in my body. She's crying, she's scared, she wants to pass over, but she won't, and she knows you guys. And that was really weird, because at the time, my sister's friend, who can speak or can feel all of this, spirits, she had no idea about our past. So the person, she said her name's Melissa, and we knew a person named Melissa, which was my mom's really good friend that can back when we were kids. So my sister's friend was like, her name's Melissa, she's really scared, but she's here because she loves you guys, and she just doesn't want to pass over. So then her friend had told us, we just need to sage and tell her it's okay, she needs to pass over. But she also mentioned that she had tried to get the higher power out, but he was too strong, and even she was scared of him. So I'm not sure where he came from. I'm not sure if she went to pass over, but definitely in that house, there was a higher power in there messing with us. He did not like us, but he never messed with my niece, which was really, really weird. So, and then after that happened and she left, my sister did experience about 2 weeks after that, scratching by her bed on her left side in the corner. She did experience scratching, and her friend did say that he does travel through walls. So we believed it was him, the higher power, and we saged and we told him he wasn't welcome here. And then after we saged and told him he wasn't welcome there, we never had another experience again. We did move out of the house not too long after that, because we had only a 1-year lease, and this all happened throughout the 1-year lease. But after that, we didn't have any experience, and I haven't experienced anything after that. My sister hasn't experienced anything after that. I'm assuming it's probably just the house. We don't know the history of the house. We didn't get the history of the house, so something was definitely in there. And I'm not sure if the new people are experiencing anything, but something was definitely in there.